Hey you guys, I had this really powerful dream that I want to tell you guys, okay? I was praying and asking God, why can't you save them all? Save the whole humanity, because you're so loving and grace. And then God had to me understand if He had saved them all, where's the grace? Where's the judgment? Where's the justice? Like somebody had to like be punished. Somebody there was, if it would be nice, that if everybody would come to realize and accept God. But in this dream, I learned and understand that that wasn't the case. That their heart was who they are. They did not have no desire for God or obtain God in their knowledge in their hearts. So let's go to the dream. This is what the dream is. What happened was it was me and this other group of people, this evil Satan group, okay, and he was probably Satan. He was after me, but before that, what happened was we were in a building, a house or whatever, and there was fence, and fence to keep us out, protect, and then over there was like a bush tree kind of thing that had this fruit that we weren't not supposed to eat, but because the fence represent to keep us out, but there was holes in the fence that we are able to put our hands through there and grab it. I don't know if I was tricked in the dream or I was convinced that eating this fruit will give me powers and authority and just, and Satan and I was in a contest to see who grabbed it faster and who ate it faster. And as we ate it really fast, I ate it so fast, I didn't even chew it. I just ate and swallowed. And so what happened was, uh, I ate it a little faster, so I just became ruler. Okay, this is just I don't know if I just realized that I had more. I won basically. That I ate the fruit faster, but I believe this fruit was the forbidden apple, but really it's not really an apple. It's some kind of weird fruit, but we just call it apple because that's what is known. But it's not really technically an apple, in this reality or whatever. But anyways, it was I call it forbidden fruit. So what happened was I was and then after that them those guys was chasing after me, tried to destroy me because I ate it faster and I was more great, so they just hate it or something. They just trying to come and try to kill me, destroy me. And then there was these five people in this paradise that was living in this paradise that I knew I had to protect these people. I came to them like I had like super abilities like the angels and Satan, like you're able to vanish here and there, fly from speed of lightning. I don't know if this represent after the rapture. This is because we are told that there was going to be a resurrection of the dead, and we're going to have new glorified bodies. So this is the case that some who have abilities like the angels to be in the spirit and be in the flesh, whatever they choose. It's just basically they're in a way they have these abilities almost like God, but it's not like God. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? Like, any basically anything that Jesus could have done, we was able to do because we had this glorified body in the image of God. So I understand that what happened was these five people, I came to warn them, Satan is, or the evil one's coming to destroy you guys. Run, get out of here. Okay, then I given them this. It's really weird. It's like a towel that they could either use on their floor to fly, or put it on their head to cover them, so they can go invisible. Okay, maybe I was teaching them how you could use this towel. You could either use it to fly to give you freedom, or I'm guessing this towel or thing or rug or whatever represent the Holy Bible, the Word of God or something. It was treasure. It was basically, but the way you use it, it was either advancing you or condemn you. You know what I mean? So what happened was they can use it to cover them. I figured they can cover them from the enemies, but every time when they use to cover them from their enemies, they were able to detect, like the enemy was able to detect them where they were, so every time they put it over their heads, uh, they were um, they were able to detect instantly in the spirit realm where they were when they cover themselves. Like when they would, I understand when they try to hide, themselves, they were being more vulnerable, So God's calling us to be exposed, I mean, expose yourself. Everything to God is exposed, not hidden. When we start hiding things, that's of the devil. So you can either use this to hide it on your head or put it on the ground and make it a rug to let you fly freely. So I'm guessing this is basically this is like this is like the gift. This is the thing that I was trying to tell them, like the word of God and the things of God. Like you can use it for good or you can use it for bad. Like everything can be used for good or bad, basically anything. So what happened is they listened to me. They were just googling, gaggling around, but they did believe me, and they googled, gaggling around a lot. So we ran and I took them to different, like, we was like out of time. We could talk, we can walk through space and time, and it was nothing. It was like some supernatural crazy stuff. And I believe this might be talking about in the tribulation, the millennium, or after the rapture for sure. But so what happened was, all of a sudden I was flying in the spirit, right? And I realized it was the level of consciousness, the spirit realm of reality, consciousness, something like that, and among these people, I saw great, 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 okay, that I portray. I thought they were holy, okay. Uh, I did draw a picture. It was like this. Um, it was Islam, Muslim, Hindu, uh, Buddha, and Christian. Okay, Christian, to me, I am the ones that are really lost. Is I believe is the Catholics. I'm no longer Catholic. There's a lot of deceptions. Like I tell you, deception was uh, it was among all of us actually. And the thing is, I was a notch higher than them. They were multitude. Okay, I saw these people. I was like the ruler of them. I was a little higher, but we were equal. We were equal, but I was a little higher. It was really weird. But they were high, like these are like high Buddha, Hindu, Muslim, like they were portrayed as gods to me and seemed very holy. But what I find out that they're not as holy. Like God had shown me their heart. It was so wicked, So what happened was, I was floating on top of them. I was ruled over them. I had a authority over them or something like that, and these were gods. I'm like, man, if they were God, who am I? You know what I mean? And that was not in question to me, but all I knew, I was ruling over them. But they were like God, but then, they were like portrayed as really holy, Hindu, Muslim, the crazy fanatic ones right here on earth that have reached the new sense of consciousness, or a realm of, consciousness or whatever. So what happened was, there was like I drew right here. If you guys have seen, there was God up here in his throne. There was a line, okay, of division, okay, that as I was ruling over these people, and I'm like, hold up, you guys. Yeah, like everybody was trying to be better than everybody else, trying to be higher, trying to rule over everybody else, trying to be greater. So what happened was, like, hold up, you guys, that's God. There was a clear division, a line where we could not step over. Okay, it was very parallel. It's like infinity. Like we cannot. There's no way in heck we could be God. Okay, that there is a God that we couldn't be gods. Okay, all these people was trying to be God. Okay, in the dream, I don't know if I was thinking like that, but I knew I was just above them. You know what I mean? I was just a normal person, but above them. But they were gods. Anyway, so what? That's all. What the thing that God said: whoever humbles, God will exalt. but if you exalt yourself, God will humble them. So what happened was, uh, I have acknowledged, okay, I've acknowledged God, okay, and I've acknowledged God in my mind and in my heart, and that there was no way I had like a total understanding of God and Him and His salvation and the blood and the Word and the flesh and all that great stuff that I've been preaching to you guys. I've acknowledged God in my existence, in my heart, okay. Then I realized that God had shown me their wicked hearts. Like these five people that was from the beginning, okay, in ages they have multitude of generations into the high consciousness. Like it these are the same ones that I protected that became multitude of nations of all kinds of religion, okay? And they didn't care for God. They didn't obtain God in their knowledge. For that, God had, like the Bible, God will put them over to a debatable mind or whatever. I don't know. But basically, God showed me their heart. They didn't care for God. They want to be God. They want to overrule me. Everybody was trying to overrule everybody and try to be God, trying to be higher. Okay, but I knew at the end of the dream, I realized that I had to eliminate all of them. I had to kill them all. Not like physically kill them right here, but when the time comes after the rapture, when it calls to it, they're going to be elimination because of these wicked people. Like there was no changing their mind. That's how they are. God select us from the foundation of the earth, and this is really true. And I understand why they cannot be saved. Is because I think they are honestly, I think God had created them to build us into what He's calling us to do. I mean, like it's really hard to understand, but so I had to kill all these people, okay, multitude, kazillion, but I was able to like zap, and they were like disappearing, like then zap, it was a pyramid upside down, you know what I mean? Like these five people built into like a pyramid like this upside down. So once I was going up, I had to zap them all out, and then it came to these five people. I'm like, what do I do with these five people? These five people which I protected in the beginning, are you trying to tell me that I got to zap them out too? That's where it had me thinking in the dream, like, what do I do with these five people? These five people are the leading start, okay, that had poison and the had caught, had grown in multitude, So what am I saying? What is this dream trying to tell me? This is a very powerful dream. What God, I believe, is saying is God had elect certain people from the foundation of time. There was no way in changing their mind because God knows their hearts. There's nothing hidden from God. If you don't humble yourself and acknowledge God in your mind and your heart, you will be eliminated, okay, from the people that keep God in their mind and their heart. He's going to eliminate the ones that don't keep God in their mind and their hearts. So so that it was a really powerful dream, God had me understand that, I felt bad for every soul. God desired that He save everybody, but unless I come to understand, okay, this is no different from Christian, okay, because God say all fall short of my glory. Unless one, that's why God say, if you're not born again, and you shall not enter the kingdom of heaven. I understand is when you come to the acknowledgement of God and the understanding that there is a God and that He is love and grace and justice and all these things that He's doing for you. If you acknowledge His words and stuff like that, the greatness of God, that you will, and then, if you obtain it, you would ask for new batteries, okay? The other dream that I had, that I was given new batteries, okay? I had a set of batteries already, okay? It was in this key, okay? This key was like divide many, but it was one key, okay? I had to keep open to this this rest place, okay? Get rest places represent heaven, okay? So I realized I had to put these batteries in there so I won't run out of battery. I had a battery that I'm not sure if when it will go out, but I was given a brand new sets of batteries to put in place of my old batteries. Okay, so what happened is, unless you acknowledge that you're not perfect and you're not God, you have to acknowledge you're not God and you'll never be God and you're not perfect. Okay, and ask God again, humble yourself and ask God to give you a new spirit, a new heart, a new being, and just a new newness. You are not going to go in heaven. Okay, and because we are you know so basically, it's all about acknowledgement. And this dream is all about acknowledging God and what He's doing for you and I, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, I portray as the few Christian that was, was ruling. Okay, God say that in the Holy Bible that we will be ruler unto Christ, kings and priests. Okay, in the millennium, that's going. I believe. I thought it was going to be all sweet and dangly, but I thought, that. Yeah, hold up. Okay, the new millennium is. I think it's still going to be here on Earth, you guys. Okay, there's three heavens. Okay, we're not going to step out of. Okay, we're not going to step out of into eternity yet. Eternity is in heaven, but we're actually going back on this earth into the millennium. Okay, there still needs to be cleansed and there's still stuff going on. You know what I mean? And so what happened, I believe, is there's going to be one more filtration when Satan is released again to so basically, how people think that everybody that's going to go in millennium, I thought it was going to be all holy and good and behaved, and well, yeah, no, there's going to be a little amount of time in the beginning, but as a race runs, you'll get tired, and the color would truly show. So what happened, I believe, in the millennium, there will still be a problem, even though we have these abilities and God is with us. There will still be problem because again, I had a dream that I was wearing a white dress, but I had my period. It stained the dress, but I was embarrassed about it. But in seconds, the dress was white instantly again. That was the white dress represent the garment that Jesus has given us to cover our nakedness. I realized we was still able to sin. Okay, we were still able to sin, but it was forgiven us right away. Like in the spirit realm, even though we sin, is brought to our knowledge why it is a sin and what would cause it if you continue that sin. You know what I mean? Like that's how it was going to be in the spirit. We are who we are. But we're still practicing, we're still in training. Just to let you know, so that no one exalt themselves, because God said, humble yourself. Okay, only humbling will you accept the truth. You know what I mean? It takes a lots of guts and lots of heart. It's really hard for someone to humble themselves to admit the truth. Everybody wants to be right. I'm not saying I'm always right. There are times I'm wrong, but so there you go. That's my powerful dream. That's it, you guys.